But as the Olympics began, it was obvious that they were more than just America's team, as the whole world embraced these superstars and were awed by their spectacular show. Pippen with a here's Pippen on the drive, feeding back to Chrysler. Jordan with the steal. Jordan with the stop. Barkley.
The one thing we got to do, we can't look past anybody. I mean, all the work we've done, we can't mess it up with one game. So after we do our thing against Croatia, then I'm going to just be excited.
Today, the dream can become a reality as the Dream Team faces their final challenge and looks to complete their glorious run for the gold. A capacity crowd, 12,500, turning out at the Palau de Sports in Badalona, located just outside of Barcelona. And about 2 hours from now, you can expect to be viewing the conclusion of this fabled two-week run of the Dream Team when they take the medal stand to receive their gold medals. In effect, this will be a coronation. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert, along with the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello. This the second meeting between the United States and Croatia. The last time they met last week, the United States won by 33 points. A game that featured the U.S. desire to put the clamps on, to stop Toni Kukoc of Croatia, considered to be the best player in Europe, and the United States certainly did handcuff Kukoc.
Well, all along, Croatia was said to be one of the teams that stood a chance of upsetting this United States team. But besides that, there were some personal agendas, in particular Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, two members of the Chicago Bulls, who had known Kukoc was offered a large contract. They felt the money could be more well spent with Chicago Bulls. So the two of them took turns guarding him and were certainly more aggressive than normal in trying to hold Kukoc to a 2-for-11 afternoon from the floor and only 4 points. After the game, Jordan felt that he'd be a nice addition to the Bulls roster. Pippen, a little more critical of the gentleman who was maybe going to take some of his money. Now, an hour prior to this game, in talking with the players in the locker room, they seemed to mention that suddenly the realization that they're playing for the gold hit them. The atmosphere there is now NBA playoff intensity coming out for this game.
And for Magic Johnson in particular, who has thoroughly enjoyed the 2 weeks here in Barcelona, winning the gold does have enormous meaning.
It's sort of hard to put in words what it all means. I mean, it's probably more so meaningful to me than any of the other guys, especially, you know, being out of basketball for a year. Thought this would never, ever happen to me again in terms of getting an opportunity, having the HIV virus. All that makes it even much more important to me. But I think that all the things I have accomplished in basketball, from 12 years, 2 years in college, 3 years in high school, 3 years in junior high, on and on and on, will never compare. If you put them all together, will never compare to this one, 2-month run for the gold.
And this has turned out to be Magic's team, what may be his last team. That's still to be determined, but the gold is about 2 hours away for Earvin Magic Johnson. Now, Mike, in that earlier meeting between the United States and Croatia, the U.S. appeared to come out a bit too pumped up. What is their mindset for today's game?
Well, this team has been on the road for a long time. After completing a most strenuous NBA season, they're very excited to be playing for the gold. At the same time, they're excited with the fact that this finally will give them a chance to pack up and go back home once again. They anticipate that Croatia will give them a much tougher game, particularly in the first half. In fact, in talking to a number of the Croatian players downstairs, they said, we got that first game out of our system. They all feel that Kukoc will play much better this afternoon. They think their team will. But in the end, USA players feel that they will just wear them down with their depth and open it up come ending of the game. One other factor, Prior to the game, Chuck Daly.
The odyssey of the fabled Dream Team has come to a close. It began 2 months ago in Portland. 11 of the NBA's greatest players and one collegian came together, and this special team was born. After sweeping through the Tournament of the Americas, they were on their way to their ultimate goal.
This is just a small step to what our goal really is, to get to Barcelona, win the gold medal, and bring it back where it's supposed to be.
Couldn't wait for this moment to come, couldn't wait for this day to begin.
It's not about money, it's not about ego, it's not about anything but making sure that USA wins the gold medal.
Whenever you put that USA uniform on, we're not talking about a silver or a bronze, we're talking about the gold.
After we do our thing against Croatia, then I'm going to just be excited.
We were like 12 hired Clint Eastwoods. And, you know, we was over here, they sent us over here to do a job, and we basically did it.
Charles Barkley, so instrumental in the United States' success these past 2 weeks. 17 points today, and the win over Croatia led the U.S. in scoring right throughout, and he is alongside the Czar. Let's go to Mike.
Thank you, Mark. Charles, congratulations. USA team down 25-23. When you enter the game, you go 5 for 5, 17 points, and turn the game around. What were you thinking?
Hey, I just want to win. I know there's been a lot of people have been supporting me from day one, and I'm glad I was on the team. And you know, I hope this is great for basketball. And I'm the happiest person in the world right now, because a lot of people have been giving me grief for years, and this is to me like the culmination of all the hard work I've done.
You know, we asked Chuck, did he ever think about having to use a timeout? Was there any time that the team felt threatened throughout the tournament?
Well, today we came out, I think guys have been ready to go home, and we didn't come out with any enthusiasm. I think that's the thing that disappointed us the most. But he was really mad at halftime. He said, guys, we came too far to blow this thing up in one day. And before the game, we watched the tape of the 1972 Olympics. It would have been the same type of situation. It would have been ridiculous for us to lose. So that pumped us up. But I think we just came out too ready to go, and then we didn't play with any emotion, but we got cooking at halftime.
You failed to make the team in '84. Any extra special meaning for you making it, doing it, and getting it done the way you did, and playing as well as you did individually?
Well, can't compare this to '84. This is the greatest athletic event in my life. The greatest thing ever happened to me was, number one, getting married, number two, having a daughter. But as far as athletics go, this is the greatest feeling I've ever had. And my only other ambition in life, as far as athletic, is to win the NBA championship. And this is a great way to go to Phoenix, isn't it?
Charles, congratulations. A great tournament, and best of luck in Phoenix this year. Let's go back over to Marv.
All right, Mike. And the final score, U.S. over Croatia, 117-85 to take the gold. We'll be back with more interviews from the U.S. locker room. Just a moment.
You've dreamed about it for years. You've planned every detail. At last, you've made the dream come to life. You've put so much into it. Put Olympic stain on it. It's the protection that keeps your home as beautiful as your dream. Olympic from PPG protects more homes than any other stain.
PPG salutes the American spirit.
All right, gentlemen, today is the first day of basketball. odd 27 or 28 guys for 12 positions.
Come on, get it up, nice and easy.
I assume you think you can play basketball.
A coach can put you on the team. Your teammates can make you hustle. A scout can get you a scholarship, and the right school can get you on the team.
Williams.
But only the love can make you a player.
Marcus.
You got the love.
Coleman. Pugh. Thomas.
With its drivers and passenger side airbags and automatic seatbelt tensioners, the Acura Legend is more than a luxurious choice. It's also a rather safe one.
To help relieve her heartburn, regular Rolaids uses an aluminum salt, but his antacid is Tums, and Tums has calcium.
Something my body needs anyway. I like that.
Tums. Honeymoon in Vegas, a comedy about one bride.
I want to be married.
2 grooms. And 34 flying Elvises.
We're the Flying Elvises Utah chapter.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, August 28th at a theater near you.
Back in Barcelona, the United States defeated Croatia by the score of 117-85. Michael Jordan, the high man with 22, had a hot second half. Charles Barkley with 17, Patrick Ewing with 15 points. Drazen Petrovic of the New Jersey Nets leading the Croatian team with 24 points. This a 2-week stretch that began with the convincing victory over Angola, 116-48, a 68-point blowout. The United States ripping off 8 straight wins, capping it off with the win here over Croatia. And Quinn Buckner is all set alongside his former teammate, Larry Bird. Let's go to Quinn.
Thanks a lot, Marv. I'm here with Larry Bird. Larry, this is a great win. For your career, this has to be one of the greatest things that ever happened.
At this stage, there's no question about it. I was able to play with a great group of guys, and we had a lot of talent in this team. Some guys were called on to score, some pass, some just be around. It's been a great 3 weeks over here, and it's just been an enjoyment for all of us.
I mean, it had to be tough, and you said you didn't care how you contributed. You didn't play in the first half. What were your thoughts coming out in the second half?
Well, I didn't even know I was going to play in the second half, but he told me right when we got to the huddle that I was starting the second half, and I was a little stiff. I knew I probably would have loosened up a little bit better, but it really doesn't matter. I had a lot of playing time. The coach has been very fair with me throughout because of my back situation. I really haven't been in great shape, and I've been averaging about 18 to 20 minutes every game, so I'm happy. I'm happy to be able to be on a team that won the gold medal.
Well, speaking of your back situation, it seems to held up. How much is that going to influence your decision whether or not you want to play next year?
Well, I'll make that decision in probably 2 to 3 weeks, but right now I feel pretty good. My back still bothers me at times, and it's not the way I want it to be, but that decision will be made in a couple of weeks.
Well, Larry, I want to congratulate you on a great day, great win. And let's go to Mike Fratello with Magic Johnson.
Well, Magic, congratulations. Now you got an NCAA title, NBA titles, MVP awards, all kinds of things, but where does this rank?
Oh, this is the best. You know, out of all of them, you can combine them all together, and it still wouldn't rank. With this winning the Olympic gold medal and having an opportunity to represent my country, and then to also play with all these great guys. Everybody from Coach Daly on down just worked hard, did a tremendous job, and it was it's for home. It's for everybody in America, and especially Los Angeles and Michigan. You know, it's just everybody, the whole country, everybody.
You've got a major decision coming up regarding your return to the NBA. Everyone anxiously waiting. Has this experience been a plus or minus for you in making that decision?
Oh, it's been a big plus. You know, it's no question, answered a lot of questions for me because not the Olympic Games per se, but the practices against great players. And that's what answered the questions, you know. But
Well, now listen, it was a little bit crowded in that booth with Marv and I at times this year. I'm wondering personally, are we going to see you back in a blue blazer, or are we going to see you in a uniform?
Well, everybody's going to stay tuned, but if my wife says I can do it, then I might do it, you know. It's pretty much in the favor of coming back, but I had to sit down with her and also meet with my doctors, Melman and Dr. Ho, and see what they say, take the physical after it's over. But, you know, I hope everybody in Lakeland land just hold on, and you probably see me back.
Yes, congratulations. Let's go over to Quinn.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mike. I'm here with Michael Jordan. Michael, you just did it. How do you feel?
I feel really good. I think I think every player is real happy that we gave our time, we gave our dedication, we gave our heart, and we came over. We were able to do what everybody expected us to do. Now America will be proud of our basketball program again.
So what are you going to do now? Take a break or what?
I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to try to remember and cherish the memories that I enjoyed for the 2 months that we were together, and basically just go back and relax and enjoy myself.
Well, Michael Jordan, congratulations on a great Olympics, and good luck to you. Let's go back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks. All right, Quinn, and Michael Jordan led the way today with 22 points. Again, the final score of the United States over Croatia, 117-85, as the Dream Team's quest for gold has become reality.
National anthem. They felt, along with the unified team coaches, that Yabrajlov had scored early in the overtime. Jackson stood proud despite the mayhem.
I was a little depressed on the stands when that was going on because I couldn't hear the national anthem, and I always visualized myself just standing on the podium and hearing the national anthem and looking over the crowd, but I couldn't hear it. But it's not gonna dampen my spirits. I'm still overjoyed.
John Smith's now finished first in each of the last 6 Olympics or World Championships. He tossed a 6-0 shutout at the Iranian in the final of the 136.5-pound class.
It's been a tough year on me with some injuries and some illnesses that I had, and I think overcoming that and bringing myself to a level that I've never been to as far as trying to get out of I guess, a slump that I was in really makes it more satisfying.
Heavyweight wrestler Bruce Baumgartner is the best heavy in U.S. history, and he proved it again, cruising through the heavies to win the gold medal. This gives Baumgartner 2 golds and a silver in the 3 Olympics he's wrestled in. He's the first American grappler to medal 3 times in the Olympics.
I really put together a nice tournament and was real pleased with the way I wrestled. And it was unbelievable to see the amount of fans in the stands on that final match, and just the support that we had. And it was just a real special time to be able to share that with my wife and family, and just to be there representing the United States and winning.
And a big hats off to 37-year-old attorney at law and bronze on the mat. Chris Campbell's been chasing this medal since before 1980, and finally he's got it, taking care of his Mongolian opponent 3-1 in overtime.
I wanted to get to gold, but that dream was taken away from me the first match, first day competition. And so from then on, I had to have a new dream, and that was getting the bronze. And
game, that's a record. Including playoff games, Jordan has scored 60-plus points 5 times and 50-plus points 33 times. Talking to a friend of Phil Jackson's on Tuesday night, he said after the death of his father, Michael Jordan's father, Michael said, I'm either going to retire or have a career year dedicated to James Jordan. He's decided to retire.
Interesting to see if Michael Jordan's retirement is really a sincere one. For this time, I believe it is, but you wonder how much thought went into this. Magic Johnson retired, so badly wanted to get back into this game. Larry Bird retired, said he couldn't stand sitting in the stands watching while others were playing. So we'll have to see if Michael Jordan has any second thoughts about this retirement. The announcement, the official announcement, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Central. ESPN will carry that live. Be sure to join us for the announcement of Michael Jordan's retirement.
We'll leave you now with magic memories of Michael. You're going to see a lot of these over the next few days.
covering the story from inside and outside. Again, we got word during the game last night this news conference would be happening.
We also have reporters standing by at a variety of places, so we get the reaction from people around our city who have been absolutely stunned by this news. It's like the city is in mourning.
Absolute amazing night last night as the word began to trickle in, and we thought, no. I think one of the papers says, say it ain't so. Let's go to Corey now, who is in Deerfield where that news conference should be getting underway soon. Corey?
Okay, Lester, I guess the day that all Bulls fans knew was inevitable is finally here. Michael will make it official in a matter of moments. There are 6 chairs set up at a table to my left. His family members, I assume his attorney and agent David Falk, will come down as well and discuss what this decision is all about. Last night, of course, he said the thrill was gone. He'd accomplished everything he could. 3 MVP trophies, 3 NBA MVP trophies, 7-time scoring champion, and, of course, 3 championship rings. What more do you need? We'll hear from Michael himself momentarily, and I got to tell you, just an enormous media turnout. We have a picture of the scene here inside the gymnasium, the Berthoud Center here in Deerfield, where the Bulls practice, and I have counted myself already 27 mini cams, 27 cameras, and a media turnout of, I would guess, somewhere in the 200 to 250 range. Just an incredible assortment of newspaper and electronic media here to cover this event. And of course, that number has ballooned because of the American League Championship Series here in Chicago. A lot of national media types are here. Your CNNs, your ESPNs, all the networks, of course, and everybody from all the major newspapers represented here as well. To hear the news about Michael Jordan, I guess in many ways we shouldn't be terribly surprised. The idea of retirement has come up many, many times, and just when it would happen, I guess when you do hear the word finally, it is a very stunning and shocking bit of news. Just the idea that we'll never be able to see Michael Jordan work his magic on a basketball court again. It's just hard to believe that's really true, but it is true. After his 9-year career, one of the great careers of all time, he will call it quits. Now, we talk about retirement a little bit. Last year, in fact, in June, after he had that 12 days of silence, finally came out and talked at a practice in Phoenix, talked on a wide range of subjects, and one of those subjects was retirement. Let's hear what he had to say back on June the 10th. Apparently, we do not have that particular tape for us right now. I believe right now we're looking at, if I can make it out here, I believe we may see some of the one of the windows upstairs. Having a hard time off the monitor determining who we're looking at right now. That may be just some of the Bulls officials up there. That is the kind of the upper deck here, the upper level.
Yeah, Corey, what we're looking at there is Bill Cartwright and Jerry Krause. Apparently they arrived earlier this morning. Cartwright, co-captain of the team, so that's what we're looking at. Those tapes shot earlier.
Also today, John Paxson is here. We know Scottie Pippen is here as well. Bill Cartwright, as you mentioned, a lot of the Bulls players coming in today to meet with Michael. As you say, you showed us those pictures earlier. Michael and a 6-car entourage arrived here about 20 minutes after the hour, and I think the room is starting to perk up a little bit here. Maybe we're just beginning to see. I see Bill Cartwright in the hallway. I think I see Phil Jackson coming down, and we may have some activity here at the podium momentarily. Not quite sure what the format will be here, but as I say, there are 6 chairs set up with a phalanx of microphones ready to record every word and every sentence that we're about to hear. And I think that was a false alarm right now, so let's send it back to the studio if we can.
All right. Thank you, Corey. And joining Corey at the Berthoud Center in Deerfield is Howard Sudbury, who's also covering this incredible story this morning. Howard, were you outside? Did you see Michael Jordan come in? He looked sort of calm and actually pretty happy.
Well, I think so. About the same way that he was last night when he was at the Sox game. Maybe he is a little bit relieved. As Corey mentioned, this is an incredible scene. This is what it's like outside. I have never seen so many microwave trucks and satellite trucks to record the scene. Across the street right here, fans are gathered to see what's going on. You got a lot of them over there, people coming out of office buildings. We're outside. We're going to walk inside here from the back of the room so we can show you what it looks like. And I'm also going to talk with Mark Vancil, who is writing a book about Michael Jordan. Is Mark in here? Mark's book. Come here for a second, Mark. Mark Vancil has a book coming out on Michael Jordan called Rare Air. Mark, tell us about that last line, if you would. Very appropriate.
Yeah, it's interesting. We had talked a lot this summer about this very thing, him walking away, and the last line in the book is something to the effect, take a good look, because one minute I'll be there, the next minute I'll be gone. And that
you don't have to change the ending to the book.
No, not at all. Unfortunately, not at all.
All right, Mark Vansel. Now, I want to throw to an interview that I did with John Paxson a little while ago. Here was his comments about a half hour ago.
I'm sad, like everybody else, because this has been an unbelievable run that we've had, and anytime you win and are on top, you want to keep it going. And realistically, you know, who knows what our team will be like this year. Obviously, it's the way our team's been defined has been by Michael Jordan, and that is lost overnight. You know, we'll be competitive, but I just, like I said before, as long as he's happy, you know, that's all we can really ask.
All right, I think that is about all anybody can ask at this point, that Michael Jordan be happy. Chicago obviously shocked and stunned by this, and you know, everybody wants to see him play basketball, but this is probably what's best for Michael Jordan. I'm in the back of the room right now. If we can pan up and show up high, there's the podium. I think on the right, that is assistant coach Jim Clemens. Pan over to the left, if you would. There are two more assistant coaches, John Bach. Also up there, Michael Jordan is in one of those rooms, and then right here is the wide scene, all the reporters, as we wait for Michael Jordan to come out and make his official announcement here at the Berto Center. So we will send it back to the studio for now.
Okay, Howard, thanks very much. One man who knows the life and career of Michael Jordan very well, spent a long time with him, wrote a book about Michael Jordan. Chicago Tribune columnist Bob Green, who wrote Hang Time, is good enough to join us this morning. Are you surprised?
I'm surprised at the timing, but the fact that he's going to get out, no. I mean, everything added together. For 2 years, he's made it quite clear that he's not been happy doing what he's doing, and then the terrible events of last summer, obviously. But also, Jordan always said that when he left, it was going to be on his own terms. And he said, bad news aside, he said if the day ever came when he would look up into the stands and worry that some of the fans were saying to each other, you know, Jordan's lost a step. You know, I wish Phil Jackson would take Jordan out for a few minutes. He said he knows the fans at the stadium respect him enough they would never boo him in the Chicago
Bob,
stadium.
we're gonna break away from you. See Michael Jordan now approaching the podium with Juanita. Let's go live to Deerfield now and listen in.
Michael Jordan with his wife next to him, and NBA Commissioner David Stern. On the left of your screen, Phil Jackson.
Well, Phil just got replaced by somebody there. I think that's Reinsdorf.
When the NBA Commissioner is there, you know this is no ordinary retirement announcement.
And they're obviously discussing the format here, but Michael at least was on time.
That's the owner between Jackson?
I believe that's Reinsdorf.
Introduced for identification purposes left to right. Curtis Holt, David Clark, Jerry Krause, Phil Jackson, Jerry Reinsdorf, I'm not sure who it is, Juanita, and David Stern.
Good morning. I know it was a late night.